All right. What's up, everyone? What's up? Oh. Okay. What's up, everybody? What's up, you guys? Welcome to Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. My name is Nicole, and I'm a person in long-term recovery. Hey, proud mommy and wife. What's up, honey? Tonight, you guys, we're going to have a special guest on. We're going to have Ryan from Recovery come share his experience, strength, and hope. I'm so excited. I'm fixing to bring him on in just a second. Let me get myself set up so that way I have it all going on. Going good. Hope I don't look like a scrub. Do I look okay, guys? Do I look okay? Hey, Caitlin, dear. Hey, Deb. Hey, Blunts, my darling. Come on in, you guys. Yay, special speaker tonight. So for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Nicole. This is my TikTok, Real Talk Recovery. If you guys didn't know, I also have a YouTube channel called Real Talk Recovery, and I share my experience, strength, and hope with battling addiction for the last, I was addicted to drugs for about 15 years. I'm a recovering poly substance abuser. I was addicted to methamphetamine, cocaine, opiates, Xanax, just basically anything I could get my hands on. And I got sober July of 2015 after my son was taken from me by Child Protective Services. That's what really pushed me in the direction of getting sober. Now what I do here on TikTok is I share my story and I try to help people, and we built this community called Real Talk Recovery, and it's a community where all people are welcome. It doesn't matter what pathway to recovery you have chose to take. Everyone is welcome here, and I do live streams every single night at 7:30 p.m. Central. And I've been working on having guests on. So that's what we're going to do tonight, is we're going to have Ryan come on and share his story. I know he's a little nervous, but honestly, you guys, there's nothing to be nervous about. I'm really easygoing. I'm real laid back. And so we're just going to have a good time. I'm fixing to go get him in just a second. Y'all are ready? Everybody's ready. Okay. All righty, guys. I'm going to send him an invite right now. Let me see. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Alrighty then, here we go. And what's up?
Yo.
Hey, Ryan. Are you nervous?
You're 3 minutes.
You don't have to be nervous at all. This is going to be amazing. So I was just telling everybody that, like, I do these like live streams every night, and lately here what I'm trying to do is have guests on to share their stories, and so you're one of the lucky winners to come on and share your story. I'm really excited because I hear you share little snippets of it, like when you're being funny, but I've never really heard you like tell your story. So don't be nervous. I'll keep you on task. I'm going to ask you questions that'll kind of get the conversation going and stuff. And we're going to start out. What I'd like you to do is introduce yourself to everybody, and then can you share with us a little bit of what it was like when you were a kid growing up before you ever got into drugs?
Oh my God, we're getting deep already. All right, well, my name's Ryan from North Carolina. I have 2 brothers. I'm the middle child. We played sports growing up. My best sport was baseball. I slayed it all the time. But really, I did not have a bad childhood at all. I had a very
Me
good
neither.
childhood.
I know.
I had a good.
Go ahead.
I was living.
I had a good childhood too, and my parents are still married, and so like when I hear other people's stories and they are like talking about bad things happening when they were kids, like it makes me feel guilty because I'm like, I don't have an excuse for getting for turning into a drug addict. You know what I mean?
Right.
um, so would you say that you were like, did you make good grades in high school? Were you like a problem child? When did you start when did you start dabbling with drugs?
So, I mean, honestly, like when I was real young, I was a super nerdy kid. I made really good grades. I didn't really start fucking around until high school. Um, Probably when my friends could start driving. Like my friends were all older than me, so when they could start driving, shit really started going downhill.
Right.
But it was a lot of alcohol. Maybe chugging a little bit of Robitussin, um, ox, things like that. Were I started doing those like in high school.
I'll tell you
That's
what
when
I
things
did.
started.
When I was in high school, it started out with alcohol, okay? But then it slowly graduated to cocaine because I was like running around with this football player and he had cocaine. And so once
Oh,
I started doing
football.
harder drugs, that's when all shit like hit the fan. Um, and it went really fast. Like, would you say that when you started using, like you started drinking alcohol, then you were smoking pot, would you say that you progressively got worse like really quickly?
Honest, it's hard to say. I guess so. I feel like I probably drank alcohol for the first time at like 13. And I probably didn't start. I feel like pills were big at my high school. I feel like everybody did pills.
What kind of pills?
Right. Well, you the feds?
What are they? What are they? No, shut up! No, I'm not the feds.
Uh, no. This one kid, man. One kid, his grandma had cancer. Unfortunately, for her, but fortunately for us, man, he was jacking on his grandma's Oxy 40s, and he was selling them to us.
How old were
Real.
you?
I was like 16 at this time.
Wow, what was it like taking Oxy 40s at 16 years old? How did it affect you?
Yeah, question.
You were jacked up.
Hell yeah.
How
Now I
did you
remember
go
the
to
first time.
school? How did you not fail out?
I mean, probably because school was like a joke, really.
You were partying the
Still,
whole time.
I used to be in the back of the class with the damn cutter.
In the back of the class?
Hell yeah. Where
How
else
did
you
they
gonna
not
do it?
catch you? Did you ever get caught for anything like that?
Nah, one time I was gonna get searched, but somebody told me I was gonna get searched, so like I was able to like stash the shit.
Tell me about your friend that you talk about that was your best friend that's not here anymore. Will you tell us about that?
Well, which one, man? We got a couple of them.
I know the one that was in high school, but just tell us about what happened with both of them because I know they were both you were really close with them.
Well, okay. So when I was 20, my good friend Michael, so like we played baseball together. Um, we were we were best friends from like 13 to 20, but yeah, we were partying
I'll let the dog out.
it. So overdosing when I was 20, and then friend Jordan, so he was my other best friend in high school. People called us the gruesome twosome, and he was actually my college roommate. And then yeah, he committed suicide. But then my buddy Tim, so he lived with me for a while. We all went to high school together. Like everyone else went to college, and then it seemed like me and just my buddies, we all didn't go to college or whatever. So we all stayed together. And
Why
it's
did he?
either nothing to do in my town. It's like you either do drugs or
Right. Why did he take his life? Was he depressed?
nah. I can't get into too many. I don't want to get in like too many details, but he got in with like the wrong people and like owes people money. And he thought they may hurt his family, so I guess
Okay.
he needed to do that.
How did that affect your life whenever you lost your best friends? How did that make you feel?
Mm, So, I mean, it just sucks. Obviously, you wish you could do more. Like, you wish you could, like, you never expect it's gonna be like the last time you see somebody.
Right.
But really, say that like it was shitty. I mean, obviously losing people is shitty, but I feel like I really didn't appreciate like people's company, and I feel like it really has like maybe even had positive like impact on my life.
Because now you kind of
Did you?
like are more grateful when you have people in your life. It makes you take it more seriously.
Right.
I
And
can.
like I had never lost close really. I'd never lost any grandparents, and like so it never even really it never occurred to me just how quick life can change. Really.
In the blink of an eye. And then, we were out there just kind of like living our lives on the deep, just doing whatever we could do. And we are so fortunate that we're alive. Like, we should probably not be here. You know what I mean?
For real.
We're miracles that we're alive. Okay, so now what I want to know is this.
Let's hear
What
it.
what was your rock bottom experience? Like, what is the thing that really catapulted you into saying, "Damn it, I got to get sober. My life fucking sucks."
Um, I don't know. I feel like I keep improving them. Just when you think you can't get any lower, you just keep proving yourself wrong. But I feel like I got in that car wreck, and even that didn't keep me clean. But I would say that was a pretty big turning point.
How did you get? Tell us about the car wreck. What happened?
Oh man, so it's a whole. We were up for a few days, probably 3 or 4 days. I was with a few people. We had all got kicked out of our sober living houses, and we were staying in hotels. And we decided well, I didn't really want anything to do with it, but my one of my friends was like, "Let's go to Charlotte and get some fucking drugs." It's like midnight,
Okay.
so we left to go to Charlotte. That's like 2.5 hours away. I fall asleep, because we've been up for a while, and I don't know if he fell asleep or what, but I just woke up in the hospital.
And what
But
did
according
happen?
to
Flip the
or
car or something?
so we ran into a tree. According to the police report, we were doing 90 on the interstate. He ran off the road doing like 50. We hit a tree. But I have no memory of it. I remember being in the car, then I remember being in the hospital.
You
It was
are
like 4 or 5 hours. I don't remember.
damn. And I know that you had to wear that like back brace thing. Did you break your back?
So I had fractured vertebrae, two herniated discs, I had annular tear, they call it. It's to do with the ligaments. I don't even know what the fuck. I just know like a bitch. But I mean, honestly, all things considered, it really was not that bad. They said that I was fortunate because um, I guess I was asleep or whatever, and I didn't tense up. So
Right. So you just kind of because when you tense up, it makes it worse. That's what, like, I guess because you like go like that, and then all your muscles probably like rip or something, you know?
I don't have any muscles, but right.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was like your life. That was kind of like a horrible thing that happened. But did they give you pain pills?
So I was actually on the Vivitrol shot at the time.
Oh,
I
that
was doing,
sucks.
I, yeah, just doing meth. But they wrote me a script. But I told my mom, I was like, man, it's not even worth fucking driving to the pharmacy for some damn Hydro 10s. Mom, get the hell out
Right.
of here. The hell am I gonna do with this shit?
Did you get sober after that happened, or you just stayed getting high?
Okay, so right after the accident, I was in bed for a while. My parents, they let me move. They let me stay there because I couldn't really do fuck all because I couldn't hardly
Right.
walk. Um, but then yeah, so I did. I did meth a few times while I was staying there. Then I was starting to move to Florida. Then I went back home one day or one week. Yeah, it was last Father's Day, and that's when I used Fen again.
So, what was your drug
And
of
that's
choice? Opiates or benzos
yeah,
or everything?
yeah. Well, so like when I was real young, I would say benzos. And when I was like 18ish, I feel like it's like changed over time.
Yeah, yeah. Me too.
No, right, but I would say definitely downers, not uppers. But really any I would do stands, K-pins, really any painkiller,
I
fucking
started
Ambien.
out like drinking alcohol and smoking, but then I moved into doing stimulants, and I was like hooked on stimulants for like years, like a really long time. Dude, I was shooting so much meth that like you could see I had these like caves where my like eyes were sunk in, and I would stay up for like so many days that I would hallucinate to the point where I would be talking to people that weren't even there.
You're a savage for that.
Dude, I
I
saw
hate.
Cy from Duck Dynasty come out of the vent one time in this trailer that I was staying at, and I talked to him, had a whole conversation with him.
What was he saying?
He was trying to. So this, you gotta hear this. So I'm in this trailer. Okay, I've been up for like 7 days. I've been slamming Roxy's, meth, eating Xanax bars, everything. I go to my friend Gerald and I'm like, man, I need to sleep. So he gives me 100 milligram Seroquel, and I take it. I went to lay down. Dude, I didn't even lay down for 10 minutes, and I got up, and I had been in the back bedroom sitting in this recliner. I
Uh
got
huh.
stuck in this recliner staring up at the ceiling, and that's where Cy was at. He kept sticking his head out of the vent and then pulling it in. And what I thought was happening was I thought that the recliner was a catapult and there was a rope, and Cy was going to cut the rope and then fling me out of the top of this trailer. Don't ask me. I don't even know why I thought this was happening. I thought it was so real that I was asking everybody around me. They were like, go lay down. I went and lay down, and I got back up and I took off walking outside at 3 a.m. down the road in Southwest Little Rock. And that's when they called the police on me. Like, some lady saw me outside and I was freaking out, so she called the law, and I went to the
Oh,
hospital. And I went to a 7-day coma because of that shit.
damn.
So we probably would have partied together if we were hanging out. I'm sure of it.
That's all. Calm down.
I would have drove you fucking crazy. You wouldn't have been able to handle it. You would have
Uh,
been like, get her out of
I'd have
here.
been not. I'd have been nodded up on the damn couch.
Yeah, you would have been sleeping and I'd be awake looking out the blinds. You know what I'm saying?
You, you would be able to wake me if you wanted to.
You know what I really am like interested in hearing about, because I know you always don't give yourself enough credit. You always say, "Oh, I don't like to say I'm clean because I use medical marijuana." And or whatever, and I'm like, dude, you need to be more proud of your recovery. Like, just because you're utilizing medical marijuana doesn't mean that you're not in sobriety. You know what I mean? Um,
Yeah.
Not everybody lives by those NA and AA standards. And so your recovery is just as valid as somebody's recovery who is not doing that, you know?
That,
What made you how did you get to the point where you realized that I need to do something, I need to utilize medical marijuana, it's helping me, I'm able to stay sober with it, I'm not abusing it, I'm actually like staying sober. What kind of pointed you in that direction? Had you tried to get sober before and knew you couldn't do it like that? Tell me what happened.
well, I guess so. Where I'm from North Carolina. Obviously, we don't have medical. And yeah, I did sober living and all that shit. Well, really, I moved down here and they got medical marijuana, obviously, and probably lived for about 6 months here before I even got it. But I live with a few people who may participate in the smoking of the ganja. So, but yeah, when I first lived here, I was like, I didn't want to smoke because I didn't want to make anyone uncomfortable. I didn't want them to be like oh my God, but I think it really has been helpful. If I'm not going to say that, I think that you can be addicted to weed. I do think you can.
Yeah.
But personally, I'm like, I've weighed the pros and the cons. And for now, I'm like, fuck it.
That's what I
If it
always
seems
tell people. Weigh your pros
right.
and cons and look at it. Like if it, because with, okay, so with, I'll tell you my experience. I tried the
Hmm.
medical marijuana and I I was fucking stoned and I was staying stoned. Like I was really just abusing it to the point where
Right.
I wasn't being like, I wasn't functioning. I wasn't like getting things done. I
Right.
was like just staying asleep and eating pizza all the time. And so
Right.
I couldn't handle it. But I see other people like you who are like doing stuff and, able to function. I just am an idiot and I can't, I like overtake everything. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
like you've done such a good job utilizing it. How do you not like get to that point where you like abuse it? Does it not, do you just not like doing it?
I mean, I wouldn't even necessarily say that I don't abuse it all the time. Really, it's hard. There's some
Well,
like since you've been staying in the hotel, I've been chiefing on my damn cart, but I don't think that I'm not. I don't think I'm using it to escape. You know what I mean?
yes,
I think
yes.
when you're using something to escape, at this point, I feel like in like moderation, it enhances my life.
Yes. That is the key. What are your motives behind it? Are your motives I'm going to smoke and just black out and I don't want to be a part of life, or are you utilizing
Right.
it therapeutically? And it sounds like to me that you're using that therapeutically. Just like I use medication assisted treatment therapeutically. That helps me stay
Hey,
sober just like marijuana helps you stay sober.
man, also, because if I get too high, man, I start freaking out. I get really paranoid. It's like this is fucking counterproductive. This is counterproductive.
Do you hear my dogs? I have three dogs and they're barking. Come on, guys. Sorry about that. Um,
It's all
come
good.
on. Yeah, we live out here in Little Rock. Look at them. I'll show y'all the dogs since they're barking anyway. You want to say hi, guys? Say hi. Oh, let
Yo,
me
is there
turn the
like
light
a
on.
little rock there? Is that why they call it that?
And that's little Paco. Say hi. They're little ankle
Damn,
biters.
we got the whole gang out.
I know, dude. My husband is like in love with dogs, and when I met him, he actually had 5 dogs when I met him. Way too
Damn,
many
what happened?
dogs. The 2 of them passed away. One died from old age, and the other one like had a stomach infection or something like that. So we had to have her put down. It was really depressing. Like I actually cried about it. And they weren't even my dogs. I've just known them. I've had the dogs for so long that it was depressing. You know what I mean?
Right, right. That's too bad.
Okay. So if you had somebody come to you and say, "Hey Ryan, I'm thinking about getting sober," what would you suggest? Like, what kind of advice or suggestions would you give to somebody that's new in recovery?
Oh my God. We weren't asking any hard questions.
This isn't a hard question, and listen to me. You can answer it just from like, you can say, well, I mean, anything. Like, when you were in your first 6 months of recovery, what was really important to you? What helped you stay on task?
Shit. Why you gotta put me on the spot like this?
I know that. Okay, let me tell you this. I've noticed about you is that you are very creative. You come up
Thank
with
you.
some of the most amazing videos. I love your videos when you make the commercials about the different drugs. Fucking genius. Genius. How do you think of that shit?
Probably the weed, I guess.
Shut up! No, it's not. What about the Xanifesto? Tell me about that. Tell everybody about it.
Oh my God, the Xanifesto. So I wrote the Xanifesto. I call it the Xanifesto, but I don't. I don't know if I was on Xans 100% when I wrote it. I was definitely on cocaine, but yeah. So when I was 20, I just stayed up all night, just like writing some shit. I call it my Xenofest.
I went and read it, like half of it. I've read it. Um,
Oh well,
yeah, tell me about this. What are you doing on your Patreon? Because I know you have a Patreon, and I'm sure people would want to join to support you.
well, it's kind of yeah. I'm waiting to get back till we get back to the house. But the idea, like I send letters. I got baby Cherry. She's in here right now. I still haven't wrote her letters, so she's mad at me. But um, yeah, I like give T-shirts. People can FaceTime me. I'm still waiting on people to FaceTime me. They haven't done it.
That's
No, a few
cool.
people have. Right, right.
Yeah. Tell me. Okay, I have another question for you, but this isn't a hard one. Okay. I
Okay.
want you to share with us. Okay, share with us what the craziest thing you ever did to get drugs, like your most desperate thing you've ever done.
I thought you said this one was going to be a hard
I'll
question.
tell you mine. It's really embarrassing, but I'll tell you it.
I got too many time for the worst
Dude,
question.
go ahead.
No, I said next damn question.
No, the craziest thing I ever did, I had a whole fucking plan.
A whole.
A whole plan put together. I was listen to this. It was a good plan. It worked for a long time. There's a Dillard's on University Avenue here in Little Rock, and I knew that every Tuesday they would get a new shipment of like really nice name brand purses. And so I devised a plan of how I could go in and get 3 purses on this arm and 3 purses on this arm. And I did it, and I got out with the 3. Like I had a Dooney and Burke, a Coach. I mean, I'm talking like $300-400 purses. Okay, so I run out the front of the mall and I jump in the back of my husband's truck, and we ride out and we go to the dope man's house and trade the purses for pills, And I was like, hell yeah! Well, I did it like 3 or 4 times, and it worked every time until the last fucking time, and they caught me red-handed. I'm talking like the cop. I was going out the door, and I hit the door, and it wouldn't open. And I turned around, and he was looking at me, and I was like, "You got me, you got me."
That's crazy.
That was the stupidest thing. Now I've done some stuff that like I was really desperate, and it's sad stuff. Like I was desperate, and my drug dealer, had some stuff, and basically, when you're a girl, you can make a deal, and so I made a deal with him, and I was able to get the stuff. But that's like not funny. That's like sad and depressing.
That's like the worst episode of that TV show ever.
Oh, it is. It is. And it's the most,
Yeah.
it's like you feel so worthless when you are at the mercy of someone else and they have what you need. Because I felt like I needed to have, I did need it. I was dope sick. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
And those drug dealers have that power over us, and they know that they have that power. It got so bad that I was like, my dealer knew I got paid on Thursdays, so I would sign my whole check to him.
Damn. Yeah, I would be on the front. So once I got my paycheck, that shit was gone.
That's what would happen. He would front me all week, and then I would sign it over to him on Thursdays. And so I would get out all my money. It was really sad. What are you... Are you grateful to be in recovery now? Is your family happy that you're sober?
I would say that they are. They're coming around.
Of course, I'm sure. I bet your mom and dad
my
are
mom's
so happy.
Well, my mom and dad are actually here. They're in town. We're going to get breakfast tomorrow.
And you wouldn't have been able to do that if you weren't sober.
I would have pretended.
Have you ever gone to your parents' house on a Thanksgiving or Christmas high?
Hell yeah, every year. What do you mean?
How were your family? Were they like calling you out, or did they act like it wasn't happening?
I feel like sometimes they just acted like it wasn't happening. Because here's the thing. Sometimes it was a family event. It was a family ordeal.
Yeah.
Me, my cousin, little brother. Man, everybody nodding out. You can't call one of us out. You're going to ruin Thanksgiving.
So addiction runs in your family?
I mean, I wouldn't say that, man. Well, I don't know. Bad decisions, dude. That's for sure.
Well, because see, here's me and my sister are both addicts. I have two sisters. I'm the oldest of three girls, and me and my
Uh
sister
huh.
Michelle are both addicts. And so we would go to Christmas, and it would be like which one of us was the most fucked up. So, like my sister, one time she was so tweaked out. My mom and dad didn't even notice that I was fucked up because she was so fucked up. So I was blaming
Right.
everything
Right.
on her.
Exactly. It worked out because like, I was probably the biggest fuck up in my family, but luckily my cousin, what's the big deal? It's just a misdemeanor. All love to my man, but he was always messing up a little more. So he made, he's out here making me look better.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
Oh, that's crazy.
What's the big deal? It's just a misdemeanor. He's a
Did
good
you ever
man.
go to jail for anything?
Oh hell yeah!
What did you go to
He
jail
actually just
for?
he called me the other day. Well, the first time he went to jail, see, we just called him that because he just had a lot of misdemeanors. But the first time it was because he had my aunt's bowl. Oh no, no, his stepmom's like bowl in his car, so he went to jail for like her bowl. He called me the other day. He got a damn DUI and
Oh
like fucking crack
man.
heroin or something. Man, your damn nickname's what's the big deal? It's just a misdemeanor, not
What about you? Did you ever get locked up? Do prison or anything?
hell no. Look at me,
No
I'm
prison or
beautiful.
jail at all?
I'm a beautiful white man in America.
Psst, that's what it is.
Rules rules don't apply to me.
I
No,
got
I'm just
locked up. I got locked up for methamphetamine.
no. I had pretty good luck, really. I mean, I didn't do anything that crazy. I mean, my only thing was like weed charges. Um, but like my buddies, see, really, I was just like my buddies would sell. My buddies like were making hash oil. My buddies were growing weed, and like I was just like there, like doing drugs, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wasn't involved in like really the selling. When I was using, I was working, but
Tell
still, I
me.
definitely had
Go ahead.
some good luck. Sure.
So you didn't ever get busted. That's good though. I mean, because that honestly, like having that kind of shit on your record, it really like holds you back from being able to do things. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I
Right.
hadn't been able to find a good job for a really long time until I met Dr. B and them, and then they took a chance on me and gave me a job. You know, because I
Right.
otherwise I wouldn't have been able to get a good job.
That's what's up, though.
Oh yeah, I know. Okay, so let me think. I'm just so happy to have you on here. Like I feel like I see your videos and you're funny, and I feel like I wanted to kind of like get into your head and like I don't know. I feel like you kind of put up this wall of funniness, but I know deep down inside there's like some real serious stuff in there, and I'm just trying to pull it out of you.
Don't call me out like that.
Tell me, okay, so remember that one video you did? You literally uploaded this video with you and this girl. What in a hotel room? What was that?
Oh my god.
You guys,
You're
I want to know. I was like, what is happening?
gonna get me. All right. Well, basically, okay. So that was right before my car accident. This is the same timeline. We were staying in like the Super 8. I'd been up for a few days on meth. All right. Me and this girl I was dating at the time. And so we decided we were going to try to, make like a sex tape, I guess, or whatever. And it turns out, so it's like a 15-minute, but we actually had the tape. It was on the whole time. We never actually did anything because I couldn't get it up. Apparently, we went to like 4 different gas stations looking for boner pills because I couldn't get a boner because I was on too much meth. But then we were like about to do it, and I called her. So I called her my ex's name first, so she got really mad. And then I called her Chef Boyardee
Oh,
for
that's what
some
it
reason.
was.
Yeah, yeah, I called her Chef Boyardee. I think to distract her while I thought of her real name. and then I actually remembered her name.
You are so
But yeah,
crazy.
yeah, I called her Chef Boyardee.
I can't believe you guys had that on video. You know, whenever
Yeah, I
I was
could have.
back in my addiction, I remember one time I was younger and there was this big party and these guys had the video camera, right? And I was young and I was stupid and I was just all about being, the center of attention. And so I didn't think anything about it. I was just doing whatever they told me to do on the video. But now I look back on that and I'm like, where did that go? Like, it could be anywhere. Who knows who saw it? Um,
Right,
I would do stupid stuff when I was in my addiction and not think about the consequences of my actions. I was just super impulsive, super impulsive, you know?
right. Was it bad that when I was like, I mean, shit, I put it on OnlyFans for the whole world to see, and I was
Do
clean.
you
I
have an
did.
OnlyFans now?
No, they took it down. I put it up there for real because
You,
we didn't actually do anything. It was only that video I put on there, and we didn't really do anything. It's just funny. I
yeah.
said something about Leia Obama's birth certificate. Um, it's just a shit show. She's like, I said something about going to pee. Oh no, I said we're laying in bed, and I'm like, I'm gonna go get some water. So I get up and I go to the bathroom and I shut the door. And she's like, "Why are you shutting the door?" And I said, "Because I'm a shy peer." She was like, "I thought you were getting water." Oh yeah, but I don't really remember. It was 15 minutes long, but yeah, it's very interesting.
When you're high on meth, it's like your brain is just so frazzled. At least that's what it was like for me.
Right.
And me and my husband, we were in active addiction together. And so I would get so high that I would hallucinate that he was in the bed getting head by a woman in the bed with me.
Oh
I
God.
swear to you, I seen it with my own eyes. Like, I looked over and I'm spun, and he is too. And all I see is this like head underneath the covers going like this. And so I
Oh my.
jump up and I'm like, I knew it. I knew you were sleeping with another woman. I knew you were doing this. And my husband is literally looking at me, you guys. This is before we got married. And he's like, babe, and he pulls back the covers and there's nobody there. But it's like, to me, my hallucinations were so real. Like, I couldn't differentiate that it was not real.
That's crazy. What if it was Chef Boyardee though?
Oh hell, I would have been like, "What's up, Chef Boyardee?"
I,
I did a lot of stupid stuff high on meth, and meth is actually what caused me the most like trouble with the law. Like, I got caught because I was riding in the passenger seat of my own car with a dope man, and we got pulled over because some people set us up, and I went to prison for a year over that stupid bullshit. And I still didn't get sober after that. I was kind of like you, like, I had a lot of really bad consequences, but it was like I
right.
would come out and I would get done with my consequence and I would forget. And that's what happens to me. I forget how bad it was, you know?
Right.
Um, I have to like remind myself of my worst experience in active addiction, which was losing my son, getting him taken away from me. That's what helps me to not relapse. Like, I'm always talking about that or sharing that to help somebody else, and that
Hmm.
helps me stay focused on my recovery. What do you do to help you stay focused and not relapse? Like, how do you do that?
Um. Well, I get on TikTok here, and they help me solve all my problems.
Yeah.
You know, I got my therapy on here.
TikTok is the place
No,
to be.
I like, I just think, recovery is obviously a very personal thing. And I like to, I like Eastern religions, I like to meditate, I like to read. Actually, so it's funny, I was looking at, I asked the universe for a sign. I was at Goodwill the other day, and I like to ask the universe for signs. In the book section, I'm like, send me a good book to read. And there was a fucking AA book at Goodwill, so I bought it.
Have you ever read
I, bought,
the AA book before?
I read part of it in rehab.
I like the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. It actually is what helped me to understand the disease process. That's how I learned about addiction being it's an obsession of the mind, and so it centers in our mind. Even though it affects us, a lot of us, like physically, because we become physically dependent, it centers in our mind. And I learned that from the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Also learned about like how the disease process like begins, and like how you go from trigger to thought to obsession to using, and then to craving, and then to a spree, and then you start over again. And I learned that, so now what helps me stay sober is I know that sequence, and I know if I start getting triggered, I have to like change my thought and focus on something else, because if I move into like thinking about it and obsessing about it, then I'm going to go and get high. And so I always try to like identify things that trigger me and get them out of my life, you know?
Right. I mean, honestly, a big thing obviously one of the biggest things is changing people's places and things. You know, I
Yeah.
moved states. My family, they don't use drugs. I don't associate with anyone. I don't know anyone that does drugs down here. Yeah, I keep a very small circle.
That's the
I
most
just be chilling.
important thing, I feel like, is changing your people, places, and things. Because whenever I
Right.
was trying to get sober, all the times I tried, I would not get rid of those people, and I would go
Right.
back every time.
Right.
That's what
I mean,
helped me
what? Right. I mean, one might start shooting fucking. I mean, obviously, I know addiction's a bitch, but like, I'm clear headed enough. Enough. I feel like at this point, to it's like it comes to the time where you just I can start fucking doing drugs again and end up homeless or whatever. It's like,
It's not worth it.
right.
We're too old. How old are you?
I'm old. I'm
I'm
almost
old too.
28.
I'm 39.
Okay, yeah, you old.
I'm gonna be 40, y'all. 40.
No,
Okay.
damn, that's a big one.
I know. I can't believe it, man. Every time I think about it, I'm like, I'm really gonna be 40. Like, whoa. Um, I didn't think I was gonna make it past 30. Honestly, I remember on my 30th birthday, I was sitting at this house, a crack house, and I was smoking just like rocks, and I was crying on my 30th birthday because I didn't have a husband. I didn't have a boyfriend. I had no kids. And I felt like 30 was the end. I felt like I don't have any of these things. I'm going to die. You know what I mean?
Damn.
Smoking crack. That's how a lot of women are,
Torture.
though. Like, we put this pressure on ourselves to, find a husband and get married, all that.
Yeah, yeah. I got that biological clock or whatever.
Yes. Yes. And I just felt like, I was wasting away, which I was. I was wasting away to drugs. But
Right.
I can clearly remember that 30th birthday and thinking, like, this is it. Like, I'm not going to get anywhere else past here. I'm just like, every time I think about how I'm sober now, I am so grateful, because I just feel like I'm meeting so many amazing people like you, and like I'm making new friends, I wouldn't be able to do these things if I was getting high. I couldn't even sit here
Right.
and talk to you. I would be
Nah.
like looking at the ceiling and tweaking out or something. And now I get to have, I don't know, I just feel like I'm making like meaningful friendships now. And I didn't have any friendships before. They were all friendships based on what that person could give me or what I could give them.
No, I definitely feel you on that.
You know?
It's been I got my brothers, my cousin, we're all doing all right. I'm still close with my parents. It's been nice. I get to see my grandpa, fairly often.
I
Yeah,
love
it's been nice.
watching your videos
Yeah,
with your grandpa. Like, I really like
yeah,
that.
he's funny as fuck.
He is so cute. Like, I feel like y'all are a lot alike, aren't y'all?
Yeah, I was talking earlier. I was one time a while ago. So he drank 2 beers, and he has a girlfriend at his retirement place, and he went back to her place, and he passed out, and he couldn't get up because he's old. He's 100, so he had to keep using his life alert. But they were going to his room because the life alert sends them to his room. But eventually they got him. But yeah, he was turned off 2 beers. Life alert going on him.
Do you live in Florida or are you in the Carolinas?
We in Florida.
That damn, it's nice there, isn't it?
Hey, it ain't too shabby.
You go to the
Live
ocean
right.
and shit.
Hell yeah. We live right by the beach.
I wish I've never been to Florida. I've been to California, New York, and like Texas and stuff like that, but I've never been to Florida. I'm in Arkansas, which there ain't shit going on here except for meth labs.
Well, hell.
What is
Maybe
that place you were talking about? You tell it in a story. You always talk about this old. It's like the pill mill thing that you talk
Oh,
about.
yeah. Yeah, the pills had eye.
Tell us about that.
I don't know. It's just this old fucking man. This old family. They were, you know how it is. They had the mom, the son, the boyfriend. There's some babies. You know how, and then the mom selling drugs. It's a whole ordeal.
Oh yeah.
It's a whole thing. But yeah, they tore the house down for some reason. I think they sold the land. I used to buy a lot of damn Roxy's from them. She was fucking ripped me off.
How much do
But
they
I
sell
was,
them to you for?
man, there was a time I would pay $45 for a 30.
Yeah, I was paying
And
$30 for 30s.
the worst part is that it takes 10 of them to even feel anything. That's why everyone starts to do heroin.
Yep. Yep.
Not even work.
There was a point in me and my husband when we were running the streets, and we were mainly banging Roxy's, and he had a friend whose mom was a doctor, and he knew how to write prescriptions, so we got a prescription pad, and I'm telling you right now, 120 Roxy's, 90 Roxy's, and we were success. Boom, 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 boom. And I swear, me and my husband, I don't even know if I woke up for like a week or something. It was just like all a blur. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could have, like I tell my husband all the time, I say, we are so fortunate that we did not end up in prison or, like we have done some so stupid
You
stuff.
did prison.
I did, but he didn't. My husband's never been in trouble in his whole entire life. Yeah, he's like a straight lace. Huh?
And you went. No, I'm just joking.
What?
I said, nah, you said you avoided prison. I was like, nah, you just said you went to prison. But that's good. He avoided.
Because when I was doing the scripts, I had gotten out of prison 2 years before that. And so I was super, super cautious, kind of, because I didn't want to go back to prison. Because going to prison is for the birds, man. Like, it sucks. You lose everything. You can't, you are around people that you don't want to be around. Bitches, stupid bitches, all the time. Taking showers were like 6 people in one shower. It was fucking depressing, man. I hated that shit. I never want to go back. But I only did a year. It wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, other people do like 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? That sucks. So I just think I'm grateful.
That's right.
So, okay, let me think of what else I want to ask you about. So, I know you're staying sober. I know you're doing good. What do you got on the horizon for Recovery's TikTok? What do you got planned for us?
Debauchery.
I know, nothing but it. Who reported your last account, man?
Could have been any number of people, really.
Why did they do that?
Jealous.
That's the only thing I can think of, too.
I can think of just jealousy because I'm so funny.
I have a lot of people who do the same thing to me, and it's unfortunate because we're all just trying to help each other. At least, I mean, that's my thing is I just want to help people and have a good time. and get to know people. And I'll have anybody on my TikTok. Like right now, I was thinking about it yesterday. I was like, man, your account was getting so big and you had to start from the ground up again. Like, I want to help
All right.
people. I want to help you. I want to help my
Thank you.
people. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I just feel like we should all help each other.
Right.
There's enough of everybody to go around that we could all have 1 million people following us.
Yeah.
So anyway, I really appreciate you popping on here with me. Like, it really does mean a lot to me. I just love you to death. I really do.
Love you.
I think what we should do, like, if you can get more comfortable with it, is we should do like a podcast together. Didn't you want to do a podcast?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that make you feel more comfortable if you were on video?
Probably.
Probably. If I write out like some questions and email them to you, or text them to you before, would you like that better?
Yeah. Let me get some. That way I don't make myself look bad.
You haven't made yourself look bad at all. You are just everybody in here. They love you. They're saying, "Oh my God, you guys are my favorite. I got you." Like, everybody was so excited that I was going to have you on tonight. Like,
Good.
you have a cult following here.
Can't see the kilos in the back.
And I don't think you understand, like, a lot of people, like, they enjoy you and they support your content and they want to see you, like, succeed. You know what I mean? You're doing really good, man. Like, you need to be proud of yourself and proud of your recovery. I'm proud of you. And I want you to know that, like, I think that you're amazing. I want to tell you this too. So in about a week, I'm going to be having, I don't know if you know this, but I work for a marketing company, a social media marketing company. And we are working with a client that is going to be he created a company that is centered around sober merch and providing that merch for different influencers or companies or treatment centers. And God, this fly is driving me crazy. He hired us to, like, help him, like, get his name out there. So I'm going to be reaching out to a bunch of different recovery influencers, and I put you on the list because we're going to be having an opportunity for you guys to be affiliates, and you can make commission off of this stuff. And so you'll get paid. I have a bunch of different opportunities.
Junkie.
Do what?
I'll sell some clothes to some junkies.
Yeah. And listen, I have some different opportunities that are coming up for all of you guys that are in the recovery community that have platforms that you guys can monetize and make money and actually, like, get paid for having a following and get compensated. And so I had to make a list. My boss was like, I need you to make a list of a bunch of the different creators that you want to reach out to. And I just want to let you know that I'll probably be reaching out to you in the DMs in like another week or so. And you can make commission. You'll get free products. We might even be able to, I don't know if we're going to be able to at first, we might even be able to compensate you to make like a video. I just gotta find out, like, if we're gonna be able to pay cash for the video or not. If not, I know you'll get paid commission for sharing the link, having it in your bio or something like that. So I really, really think highly of you, and I really enjoy your content, and I'm so blessed to, like, have you on here tonight. Like, I really, really thank you a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll holler at you later, okay?
It was a pleasure.
All right. Bye, Ryan.
Bye. Love you.
Love you more. Yay! I did it. Okay, you guys, that was Ryan. I absolutely, like I said, I adore him. I just think the world of him. He's doing so good in his recovery, you guys. For those of you guys that are in the medical marijuana, you utilize that in your recovery. He is a great guy to follow. He has really original, funny fucking content, you guys. Like, he really puts his all into making those videos, and I really enjoy his videos. And so I wanted to come here and share him with you guys, because like I said, his old account had gotten up to like 130K, and you know, he had to start all over again from the ground up. And so I want to feature people with all kinds of different recovery on Real Talk Recovery. So you don't just have to be abstinent. If you're on medical marijuana, if you are taking Kratom, if you're on MAT, if you're in AA or NA, any of that, I want you to come share your story, okay? I want everyone to have an opportunity to, you know, share what's working for them. So that way, those of you guys that are in the audience, you'll be able to find someone that you can relate to. You know what I mean? Somebody that is just like you are. And so, yeah, anybody is more than welcome to reach out to me in the DMs, and I would love to have you guys on. I know the last couple of days, you guys, I was distracted with drama, and I'm sorry, and I want to apologize to you guys for even bringing it here on my TikTok, even talking about it here. This platform is so important to me, and helping people is my medicine. It's what helps me stay sober. And I get so much out of this platform and being a part of Real Talk Recovery and helping others. I don't ever want you guys to feel like I'm negatively affecting your life. And I just want you guys to know that I apologize for even feeding into the drama, because I should have just ignored it. And I don't want to get emotional, but I'll tell you, it's really hard sometimes to not respond when people are attacking you, especially when you know that all you're trying to do is help people. And I'm like really getting, you can come here any time of the week at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you guys can see me live here doing recovery content. That's why I have this platform, is because I want to share recovery with people who maybe don't have any resources. You know, I want to give you guys I want to give you guys opportunities to have support that you normally wouldn't have online, you know, and that's why it's so important to me to have this community and share it with you guys. Hey, Addiction Awareness, what's up, honey? So what we'll do, since we only stayed on for we were on with Ryan for about 45 minutes. He did really good, you guys. I know for him, like, it's hard to, like, I probably kind of made him feel a little nervous, because I think he's more of a person that kind of just lays back and chills, and I'm more high maintenance and kind of like want to know all the details. But he did really good. I'm really proud of him. So before we end tonight's live stream, is there any questions you guys have? Is there anything that you're struggling with that you would like me to talk about or share any experience, strength, and hope? Hey, Charisse, I see you, girl. What's up? Oh, you know what we need to do? I need to pick a winner for the $50 giveaway. That's what I need to do. You know what I'm going to do, you guys? Okay, so for those of you guys that don't know, I'm giving away $50 here on my account. I knew she would be. I knew she would do wonderful. That's awesome. See, did you tell her that she can come hang out with us? So this is what I'm going to do, you guys. Let me go pick a winner real fast. I'm going to end this video. I'm going to go pick a winner, and I'll come back and I'll announce it, okay? So I'll see you back here in 1 minute.